EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. Young off the bootleg. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early. Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they? They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
They go play action. Young. Got his man. It's Jonathan Mingo. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing. Young. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To the air once more, Young. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now 2nd and 5. To throw, Young. Sharks got it, left side. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Sanders fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. In motion is Bo. They get this out left. Touchdown! DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Murray now. This ball complete to Trey Palmer. And he has a big gain.
before being dropped. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Murray going to throw. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in contention.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Chris Godwin, 36 yards. And the Buccaneers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
17, black one.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
7-7, our score after 1. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
10 cycles. Practice, 6.
Young on third down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. Boom! Still fighting through tackles. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a first and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with Cook, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
On second and goal, here's the option. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Kyler Murray keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
38.
Now here's Young. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
Striker, 3-3. Hey.
In motion, the tight end. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
That's caught by Mingo right side. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 25-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
Open man right side is Sharp. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Here we go. Set.
On play action, Young. That is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And the tight end goes in motion left. Running right, here's Sanders. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Third down, Young from the gun. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick.
And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll run with Sanders.
And now a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Sanders again. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run with Sanders, and he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Out is Chris Nagar now to try the field goal.
This from 25 yards out.
Nagar's kick is good.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, the goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. To throw is Murray. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw, it's Murray. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Young off the play fake. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Young. And Shark hauls it in. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
10 cycles.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Down. Double 38.
In motion is Bo.
Snap, red. 6, 7.
Second down, Young. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A final shot before half from Murray. Rolling to his right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a roughing the passer penalty and an automatic 1st down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Sanders on first down with a little bit of space as he works his way forward, a gain of 4.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That is caught inside the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try to run with Sanders. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers use the short field to get in for 6.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
An extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17-all. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The interception on the last drive proved costly, led to the tying score, so 17-all as they come up on a first down.
Go.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That's taken in by Palmer. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Trey Palmer, 75 yards. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
49 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
To throw on 2nd down is Young. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, who can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. After the turnover, here's Murray. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. On play action, it's Murray. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation in a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but some gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
You see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Throwing, Young. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards of a sack. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Returnable here from the 38. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team. Their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Murray.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Derek Brown drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Pushing through the contact. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, Young. That is caught. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Strike. Check. Strike.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver, finding room at midfield.
And down to the 28-yard line.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A quick throw complete to Chark. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Let's go.
Young to throw it. That is taken in by Hurst. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
It'll be Young again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now a 2nd down throw for Young. And it'll be intercepted. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jordan. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. First down, Murray.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Back to the air on second down. It's Murray. Touchdown! A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Bucs add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak.
Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Young now. For Marshall, that's complete. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Now Young going to move him around.
Now Young throwing on first down. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Young going to get this complete, meanwhile to Sanders.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 5.
Here is Young. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
A first down throw for Young.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line. Now Young. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This is caught. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
On the set. Watch out now. 50 Fury. Hut.
Now Young. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. This offense so far on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Hey, move. Steel, black. Ready?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line.
Jeremy Chin there defensively. 2nd down and 8. Murray now running right on the option.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion. And I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Tampa Bay, it's just their 2nd win here in 11 tries this season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, add one more loss to the